So planting annuals this time of year, late in November, would be considered highly unusual, especially since a lot of people this time of year are really trying to clear out their spaces or plant perennials and shrubs to get them acclimated and rooted before the winter season arrives. But here in Southern California, Zone 10A, we're pretty mild, so we can actually still plant annuals, and that's exactly what I'm going to do today as we prepare for my daughter's bridal shower next Saturday. I'm going to clear out some of the overgrown plants from the summertime, and I'm going to plant up the wall with some beautiful brand new annuals in some gorgeous terracotta pots that I recently purchased. So stick around, I have a lot to show you, and I know you're going to love the end result. All right, aren't these two varieties beautiful? I'm going to talk about that in just a second, but this terracotta pot is so nice. It's very sturdy, it's nice and thick. It's not going to crack through the winter here because, like I said before, we don't get very cold, so I don't have to worry about that. And I really like this, and I elected to use this rather than the black pots that I originally had on the wall that have a little saucer on the bottom, because if we do get rain, I want it to drain out because they're going to really benefit from well draining soil. I don't want them to sit in a lot of water, and I will have them hooked up to drip irrigation. I just won't be giving them a lot of water as we head into the winter. But right now it's about 85 degrees outside, and so they're definitely going to need water for a little while longer until we get into the winter season. So let's start with these beautiful terracotta pots, and I'm going to use the pop-in method, and I'm going to show you the materials that I'm going to be using today. The first material is obviously the really nice soil from Proven Winners, which is the all-purpose premium potting soil. I'm going to use that today. And before I put the soil in, I'm going to use a little bit of broken up terracotta pots to really cover that large hole on the bottom. This way I don't lose all my soil right away. So just one would be more than sufficient just to cover that up a little bit so it doesn't just drain out completely, and something just relatively small would be perfect. And then I'm going to put a little bit of this in here, just like that. And then the pot will go right in here. I'm going to press that down. I'm going to use a little bit of some slow release fertilizer. This is the organic flower tone, because this time of year, to really encourage the growth of the blooms and obviously the plant too, flower tone has a little bit more phosphorus and potassium in it, which encourages that growth. So I'm going to put a little bit of that in there, and then I'm going to fill up just a little bit more of the soil around the pot. If it gets in the pot, I can just dig it out and set it to the side. And I love this soil. It's really lofty, and I know it doesn't look like it, but I've already soaked these pots in water for about an hour. They've look like they're completely dry, but they also have some moisture in them. Anytime you're using terracotta, you want to make sure that you give them a little bit of a soak before you plant them. This way, the pot doesn't absorb or extract all the moisture out of the soil and really, depriving the plant of its moisture that it needs. Okay, so that's perfect. And you've seen me do this before if you've been watching my channel for a long time. It's just you set the pot, the same size pot that these are in currently, in the center, and you fill around there. You leave that pot in the middle, and then you just pop it out and plant your plant directly into the pot. It's easy as that. And you know what? This is really simple, especially on a small size pot like this. Before I move on any further, I want to show you how they're going to adhere to the wall. I have these brackets. I've talked about this before, and I picked these up at Walmart. They are very inexpensive. I think they were about $3 each. And they're meant to be mounted to either a piece of wood or maybe metal, but I don't use them that way. I have these eye hooks on my wall, and I just set that into that eye hook, and they just kind of like stay against the wall. And then I add the pot to them, and then I have instant color with whatever annuals or perennials I choose to plant in there. And it really does give me a little bit of vertical interest and some really pretty flowering power up above where we have our vegetable garden growing. So it's always great to put something new along that wall, and it gives, like I said before, some really pretty color up high when normally the color is in the ground down below or in the back bed behind me. All right, so I'm just going to pull this out like so, and that will leave the reservoir right there in the center. So the first plant I'm going to start with is the Supertunia Mini Vista Plum Veined. And guys, like I said before in my last video, when I received these via mail order, they have done so incredibly well for me. One of my favorite plants that I've planted in my yard, and it's really super hardy. It doesn't get too leggy. I haven't had a lot of that blight that I can kind of get. I don't even know if that's what it's called, but where you lose a lot of the leaves on the Supertunia and then they get kind of yucky. Not with this plant. It's been just an absolute winner, and this will trail over the side beautifully, I'm sure, as it continues to grow and really put on even more growth. I am not going to trim any part of this because I want it to look like it's been in here for a long while. If I trim some of these longer branchings off, it'll look a little bit too stark, and I want it to seem like it's been in there for a while. So look at that already, guys. So beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? And I'll set it just that way so it's going to look beautiful right from the start. All right, one down. Let's move on to the next one. Same process as before. Now, I'm pretty bad about taking the stickers off of my pots when I plant them. I usually have them facing the back, but I am going to take this off because I've noticed that if I leave them on there, it's even harder to get them off because they kind of set. That adhesive is harder to get off a little bit later on. You'd think that after soaking these pots, they would just pop off, but no, they put them on there really well. So let me remove that. Perfect. All right, add a little piece of terracotta to block that drain so it doesn't all drain out, or all of the good soil doesn't leave the pot from day one. Those are a little bit too big. I don't want to have anything that rises up too high with an arch like this per se, because I won't be able to put the pot down in there and then remove the pot. It'll be too high. So I want to have something that's a little bit smaller, just to kind of slightly cover the bottom there, soil there. Put that in there. I'm going to use this pot, and then just the same process before. Just try to fill around that pot, and again, if it gets in the center of the pot, it's not even a big deal. You can just pull it out and move it to the sides. Man, I'm telling you, this process, especially with these small containers, has really been a lifesaver, a game changer, I should say. Lifesaver is kind of dramatic. A game changer, because I always had a difficult time not breaking off branches in a pot that was smaller, because you always had to kind of work around very gingerly as you tried to backfill once you got your plant in there. And I always inevitably tore some branches off by doing that. And this is the least amount of stress on the plant, because you just basically pop it in and press it down in. So nice. All right, so this second variety of plants that's going on the wall is the Supertunia Black Cherry. And guys, the colors just so vibrant, absolutely beautiful. Another one of my favorites, extremely hardy. Grows in a different growth habit than the Supertunia Mini Vista Plum Vein, because those Mini Vistas are very vigorous and they spread out far. This one has a lot of upward height to it, which I've really enjoyed watching, and I've actually put them together in a container and they do very well together. So even though this does have a little bit of a different growth habit to them, they do pair really well together, and those colors look so nice together. So I'm just going to pop this one out. I cannot believe how healthy these came this time of year, and look at that. That's beautiful. That's not root bound by any means, although you do see some of those roots in there. It's extremely healthy, and it's recently put on a lot of that growth, which is kind of nice to see. So I'm just going to pop that in there. just like that. Press that down so that there's no air pockets. And look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Probably have it facing just like that. Perfect. All right, on to the other ones. I'm gonna get them planted really quickly and then we're gonna put them on the wall. So now my plan for these is obviously to have them on the wall through the winter time, but then in the springtime, I plan on repurposing them and planting them in my front planter if they make it. So if they look really healthy, I'll just take them, pull them out of their containers and plant them straight in my front flower bed where I'm sure they're gonna look absolutely beautiful. If they don't make it, then like I say, always, it's just another opportunity for something new in the yard. But I would really love to see these last all throughout the winter so that I can use them in the spring. That's it. They look super beautiful. Now let's get them on the wall. There's nothing like a little bit of cleanup in the yard and some fresh new flowers. And I can't believe that these turned out so nice, especially this time of year. These petunias hopefully are going to last through the season. And I love how they look. They just really do enhance the look of our garden space, especially when we don't have a lot of things going on down in our raised beds at this time. It really does give you a little bit of visual interest and color for sure. These terracotta pots I think are perfect for the wall right here. I loved the black before, but these have a more natural look, and I'm really liking how they really do pop those colors with the really natural look of the terracotta pots. So I'm so thankful that you could join me today as I plant up these gorgeous annuals here in November of all times during the year. But I definitely will give you an update on how these are growing through the season, and hopefully how I plant them in the front planter in the spring. Until next time, everybody, thank you for joining me again today. It was an unusual video to be planting annuals, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to share what we have going on, especially since we're planning on that beautiful bridal shower here next Saturday. Until next time, take care, everybody. Bye now.